Hello everyone! Today I have a project share which I made as a birthday gift for my friend Olivia. Hi Olivia! I will leave Olivia's link to her channel in the description box below, so you could go and check out when she opens the birthday mail. So I'll send this plus other goodies to her. Okay, so what I did was I bought this fan. I took a picture of the fan in its original form, and I outlined the fan onto a piece of stiff felt so that I could glue that stiff felt into the fan. So it would kind of give the fan more sturdiness, so it'd be more, so it wouldn't bend and break so easily. So this is the back of the fan, and the felt was attached here on this area. Then on top of it, I attached this fabric, which I love, which is really nice. I got this from Joann's Fabrics. It's a very dusky pink. It already comes in this color, which I find it really nice. I didn't have to avocado dye it. So I cut a piece and I attached it here. And right under, all along the edge, I tucked in this trim. So later I'll give you a close-up. You could kind of see that trim there. And okay, then I went around with this other trim, which also comes in that dusky pink, which is really nice. I bought this at a fabric store near my house in New York. And here I attached this piece of wedding applique that Olivia sent to me. Thank you, Olivia. And that was this one. I avocado dyed it, and I popped that right there. Yeah, this was one of these, as you can see. And here on the bottom I attached, actually I'll show you from the other side. Okay, so let me just turn it around. Now, as for the front, before I attached anything, I gessoed the fan so that, you know, this fabric it's sort of see-through, so that you wouldn't see the, I think that fan was made of bamboo, I'm not sure, so that you wouldn't see that bamboo color. Instead it would be white underneath. I mean, the bamboo is really pretty, but for this purpose I thought it was nice to have a white background under this fabric. And this fabric I had long ago. I don't remember where I got it from. I think it might have been from Joann's Fabrics. I avocado dyed it. It was originally beige or cream, and it has these tiny sequins. I don't know if the lighting will favor me here because I'm not in my usual place. So okay, so I attached that piece here on the front. I don't know if you could see the bamboo in between. I'm not even sure. Okay, then I tucked in under the fabric this trim. It was this trim. I can't remember where I got this from. I had this a long time ago. My stash, let's just call it my stash. Okay, then under here, I'll give you a close-up later. Right here and here I attached this other trim. I had this for a long time. I know that this is a vintage trim because I had it for many years. So that was there. And also I avocado dyed this piece and attached it here. So here is, I left it in cream and here in dusky pink. And then I attached these Swarovski crystals, which I love, and I know Olivia likes bling too. And here on top and also on both sides I attached this trim, which I don't have anymore, and I don't know where I got this from. Then that covers the edges. So then I attached this applique, which I got at a fabric store on Long Island, and I cut it in half. Before cutting appliques, I think it's important to know that one should hot glue those areas where they're joined. Otherwise, if you don't do that and you just cut it, you run the risk of losing the sequence or the pearls or whatever beads are sewn onto the applique. So you have to be really careful and hot glue those areas. So I cut it in half, and one was placed right there and the other one right here on the other side. Then I made these flowers. I made this flower here using this trim, and I tea dyed it. It was actually a raspberry tea. It was like a pink tea, and it gave me a very, very light pink. So I hand stitched it and made it into a flower, and then I popped this nice rhinestone embellishment in the center. And here I use this. This is also a vintage trim. I had it for many, many years. This was a cream color. I avocado dyed it. I gathered it, hand stitched, gathered it, and then created like a flower, gave it a shape of a flower with also the hot glue gun. And I made a flower to pop on top of it right here, and I used this same fabric as I used in the back to create this flower. And I popped this little center embellishment right there. And then for this flower, I also hand stitched this into the shape of, I gathered it and then I shaped it, made it into a flower. And also this other trim, and these two trims gave me this flower. And then I popped this tiny embellishment in the center, and underneath I put this yarn to make the flower look softer. This is really soft, but it makes it look really, really subtle and softer, Okay, then here I gathered tulle, this peach tulle that I think I got from Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure. I gathered it with needle and thread, and then I tucked it under here, under this flower. And as for these little accents, I used this tiny, tiny pearl string. I just hot glued pieces like so to make them look like leaves, or sort of like leaves, and just snip there and then attach them in those areas. You could see right there and right here. And then I used 1, 2, and 3 of these little tulle and spray little accent that I got from Hobby Lobby. I have to get more. Those are really, really pretty. And these little roses with stamen I got from AC Moore. That would be, oh, there's the yarn. These here, really soft pink and pearl stamen. I like that. And as for the bow, I made a bow with the peach tulle that I showed you, and I outlined the center again with this pearl trim, which is really tiny. And then I created this tassel using this tassel trim. I put a piece of lace to kind of like to make a hanger right in the center, attached it, and I just rolled it around, attaching with hot glue gun, and you know, until I obtained the thickness that I needed. Then I attached this this trim. I hope I'm in frame because I'm so focused on what I'm showing you that I forget. Okay, so I attached this trim, which I got from Joann's Fabrics, and then here on the top to fill this in, I also used this trim, like so. I'll show you here. Okay, and this pearl trim. Okay, so here is my tassel. You can see what I tucked in that the lace hanger in between the felt that was underneath, that I placed underneath, and the actual fan. I tucked it under and I attached it with E6000. I also attached the felt onto the fan with E6000, and I let it dry overnight, so just to make sure it would not you know, move or go anywhere. So here's the tassel, and here is a close-up of the flower cluster. And here in the corners I attached these little roses with a little piece of a trim underneath. These little roses are these here, which are kind of pearlescent, sort of like mother of pearl looking. And I cut a little, this tiny piece to go underneath for each corner. And as for the hanger, I use this braid trim, which I don't have anymore. And then here on the top, I attached these trims that I avocado dyed. You can see right there, here, and also in the back. And then these little appliques that I cut off, that wedding appliques that Olivia sent to me. And actually here, let me show you, here I made sure the hole was there so that if she wanted to hang this, she could do so. This is a screw rather than a hook. It's kind of a little bit more difficult, but the hole is there. See, she could hang this right there by this hole right there. Okay, so let me give you a little close-up. Hoping I'm not making you dizzy. Okay, I hope Olivia likes my project. I had so much fun making this for her, and like I said, I will upload this video once I know that she has received and opened my package with the goodies. And I know it's going to be a little bit later. Well, it's later than the usual, than her birthday, but you know, I made it with much love, and she knows. Okay, so I hope you like my project, and please check Olivia's channel. Like I said, I'll leave a link to her channel in the description box below. I hope I'm not missing anything, any details, but anyway, thank you so much for watching and take care.